Welcome to the setup guide for Klemco's Zero brand 4-gallon tumble basket blast cabinet. This video is the first of a 3-part series. It outlines how to set up the 4-gallon tumble basket blast cabinet, while videos 2 and 3 outline how to adjust the cabinet's controls and how to operate the cabinet. This video covers positioning the cabinet and power module, preparing the cabinet for blasting, connecting compressed air and electrical service. Note that this video is not a replacement for reading the 4-gallon tumble basket blast cabinet operations manual, which should be read in full by anyone who uses the cabinet. Failure to comply with the instructions in the operations manual can result in severe injury or even death. Positioning the cabinet and power module. Place the cabinet and power module near a compressed air supply and electrical service. The cabinet location must comply with OSHA and local safety codes. Allow full access to all doors and service areas. Leave enough clearance around the power module to service the reclaimer and dust collector. Ideal placement of the power module is directly behind the cabinet, with hose connections toward the cabinet and with as few bends as possible. Preparing the cabinet for blasting. Note, the steps in this section can be completed in any order. Complete them in the sequence that best fits the needs of your workplace. Connecting hoses between the cabinet and power module. Slip the free ends of the black media hoses over the nipples on the metering valves. Because hoses are held on by friction, clamping them is unnecessary. Connect the flexible conveying hose between the cabinet hopper adapter pipe and the reclaimer inlet adapter. It is easier to slip the hose over the adapters and create a tighter seal if the first 2 or 3 inches of wire are removed from the inside of the hose. Clamp the flex hose securely in position with the provided worm clamps. The hose wire helps dissipate static electricity in the conveying hose and helps ground each segment of the cabinet and power module. Note that in order for the hose wire to dissipate static electricity, the wire must touch the metal of each segment. Connect 3/8-inch tubing between the tube fitting on the pilot-operated pressure regulator, which is mounted on the back of the cabinet, and the fitting on the pulse pressure regulator, which is located on the power module. To reconnect the tubing to the fitting, insert it through the fitting's collar and push until it bottoms out in the fitting. Tug on the tubing to make sure it's secured. Attaching a drain tube to the air filter. Insert a short length of 3/8-inch outer diameter tube into the automatic drain at the bottom of the compressed air filter. Place the other end of the tube into a container or a drain. Installing a cover lens. A package of 5 cover lenses is supplied with the cabinet. To install a cover lens, remove the adhesive backing and apply the lens to the surface of the view window. Make sure the view window surface is clean and dry. If the cover lens becomes pitted or frosted, replace it. Connecting compressed air and electrical service. Note, the first 3 steps can be completed in any order, but perform the 4th step, connecting the power cord, last. Connecting a compressed air supply line. Install a compatible fitting to the compressed air filter located on the back of the cabinet. To avoid the risk of injury from compressed air, install an isolation valve and bleed-off valve where the air supply is tapped into the compressed air system. This enables a lockout and tagout procedure and depressurization of the compressed air line before performing maintenance. Connect a 3/4-inch inner diameter or larger air line from the air source to the air fitting previously installed on the air filter. A smaller diameter hose may reduce blasting efficiency. Hose disconnection while under pressure can cause serious injury or death. If twist-on type air hose couplings are used, they must be secured by safety lock pins or wires to prevent accidental disconnection while under pressure. Use safety cables to prevent hose from whipping should separation occur. Grounding the cabinet and power module. To prevent static electricity buildup, attach externally grounded wires from an earth ground to the grounding bolt on the left rear of the cabinet and to the bolt on the left leg of the power module. Connecting electrical service. The following electrical work or any work done inside the electrical panel must be performed by qualified electricians and comply with applicable codes, including attaching conduit and wiring from the power module's motor to the cabinet's control. After the wiring is completed, check the motor rotation by jogging the starter, momentarily switching the motor on and off. This causes the motor to slowly rotate. Look through the slots in the fan housing on top of the motor where rotation of the fan can be easily observed. Proper rotation is indicated by the arrow on the exhauster housing. If the motor rotates backward, switch the wiring as noted on the motor plate. Connecting the power cord. Plug the cabinet power cord into a grounded 115-volt outlet. Do not use electrical adapters that eliminate the ground prong on 115-volt plugs. Doing so can cause electric shock and equipment damage. Correct operation of Klemco's zero-brand 4-gallon tumble basket blast cabinet is necessary to protect blast operators and others in the vicinity of the cabinet from blasting and inhalation hazards that can cause severe injury or even death. The purpose of this video series is to familiarize viewers with how to set up and then begin operating the 4-gallon tumble basket blast cabinet. However, this video is not a replacement for reading the cabinet's operations manual, which should be read in full by anyone who uses this machine.